Well, because I'm not expecting any more people will probably sign on, maybe I'll get ahead and start. So hi everybody, this is Sue Erickson, the Soggy Stamper, and I am here today. This is Technique Thursday, and I am going to show you how to make the waxed paper resist technique. And once I get it made, I'm going to be making this card. So let me turn the camera and we'll get started. Well, I'm sorry, that was rather awkward. So here's the card that we are going to make. And to start with the card, we are going to have a, where'd it go? 8.5 by 5.25 piece of cardstock for the base. And we have a piece of Whisper White cardstock that's 5.25 by 4 inches for one of the layers. And then we have a, well, besides that, we have a 3 by 3.75 piece of cardstock to cut out, to stamp and cut out this peony, and a scrap for the greeting, And then we also going to have, because I wanted to show you that you don't have to use just Whisper White for the technique, but you could use a colored piece of cardstock. So this is 4 by 3 inches, which is this brown area behind there. In addition, you will need the die to cut out the peony from the peony dies, and then I use this die to cut out the greeting from the layering rectangles dies. You need a couple of pieces of wax paper, sponge brayers. Mine are dark because I didn't buy the Stampin' Up! Ones that are white. I already had these on hand. They're the same size and essentially the same, so I just am using those. I'm going to use Pretty Peacock ink pad, and I'm going to use soft suede. Okay, so, and then you need an iron, and I'll be back just a minute. You need some newspaper and a couple of layers of paper towel to protect your ironing board. Okay, so we'll begin with the technique. So you take your wax paper and you wad it up nice and tight. I think I'll do both of them at the same time. And I'm going to go ahead and work right here and bring the iron in. So I'm going to lay these down like that. And I better get my iron heated up. So after you've wadded it up the wax paper up very closely. You just kind of spread it out like that. This is really magical, you guys. So it's spread out, and you put paper towel over it, and then you iron it. I'm using dry heat. You could probably use steam, but you iron it for about the count of 12. And you won't notice a whole lot. The white in particular, you can't really see the waxy part until you brayer it. On this one, you can see where the wax is soaked into the cardstock. I'll put the paper aside. Okay, so I'm going to start by using the Pretty Peacock Can you see? And brayer. Yeah, there it shows. And just start brayering your cardstock. And as you add the ink, you can see where the wax will resist the ink. And the darker that you make your brayer layer, the more you'll see the pattern coming out. So can you see? Blend it out as much as you want. Okay, so on this one, the reason I chose this color is because I thought it would look nice with the brown background. Kind of a nice contrast. Could do it with white cardstock instead. This particularly works well with glossy cardstock. Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell it anymore, but it's one of the cool techniques that can be used with glossy cardstock. And on this one in particular, I'm going to lightly buff off the ink that might be over the resisted area. Because the contrast, oops, good grief. Well, the blue doesn't show up as well because I got a lot of brown on there, I think. But you can see pattern that's on there. So we can go ahead and construct our card. This is our new, takes the place of snail. It's called Stamp and Seal. And it's supposed to be great. Stickier than the snail. And it does go down pretty well. And I've had troubles with it pulling off and not advancing because the snail got, this sticky part got pulled off and trailed off the edge. So like the snail where you used to have to do a check mark, I think it's still good to do that with the Stampin' Seal. We have two different kinds of Stampin' Seal. We have this regular one, and then we have Stampin' Seal Plus, which is extra sticky, which is great for doing, for making 3D items, boxes, and stuff like that. Excuse me. You can carefully lift it up. But not quite as easy as you can with, as you could with a snail. And for someone who is always getting their layers not quite straight, being able to lift it up is important. Oop. But you can rub it off like that pretty easily. Okay. And then I pre-colored and die cut the the peony to save time. I'm going to add that with Stampin' Dimensionals. Where'd they go? Here they are. I like that we have mini ones because they'll fit on little places like the stem. And the little leaves. So Ruthie, tomorrow is Paper Pumpkin Party Day. Are you going to be able to join us at 3 o'clock Pacific time? That would be 5 your time. Oh, no, 2 o'clock Pacific time. I hope I'm right on that. My paper pumpkin kit hasn't come yet. That might make a difference, although I've got the one from last time we had the party, two times ago, that I could work on. Okay, so now all I have left to do is add the greeting. I'm going to use a soft suede for that. One of my favorite brown colors. I do love the new cinnamon cider brown. It's a very pretty color and quite different from the rest of our brown colors. This is one of the greetings from the Prized Peony set. And I'm going to go die cut this out using this. Can't wait until we get the little half size die cutting machine because it would be so easy to bring it in and die cut right in front of you. We demonstrators got exciting news that the regular size it's called die cutting and emboss machine is going to be available for purchase starting, I believe, September 1st. It's the same price as the Big Shot was, $120. And it's kind of cool because the platforms will fold up so that you can store it much easier. And then to finish this off, I'm going to add some of these elegant faceted jewels that are part of the Perfect Peony Bundle. Static electricity here has been really bad, so these little leaves, where'd it go? These little pieces like this have been sticking to the cellophane like crazy, and to my cutting plates. So I'm going to put one of those up there just to add a little bit of sparkle. Can you see it? These are the clear ones. And now you can see my shaky hands. And there you have it. We have a new card. It's quick to make, and I like the texture, the design on the backgrounds. So at any rate, as far as the stamping, the die cutting and embossing machine, the mini one, they say, will be available probably by the end of the year. They wanted to have it in the catalog so that you would know it was coming, but they think it will be the end of the year before their supply is sufficient for the mini one. But you will be able to buy the large one, like I say, sometime in September. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions, send me an email at sue@soggystamper.com. My blog is soggystamper.com also. And if you need any of the supplies, I highly recommend that you get this this Prized Peony Suite. The cards are so stunning. The die, some of the dies will make this beautiful 3D card flower. It's really easy to put together, and it is so effective. And the stamp itself is gorgeous too. So thank you for watching, and come back next Thursday if you're interested in joining the paper pumpkin party tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Send me an email, and I'm happy to send you an invite. Anybody's available can come. We're going to be working on our paper pumpkin kits. So anybody who has a paper pumpkin kit is welcome to come. Or if you want to just come and work on some things with supplies that you have at home, you're welcome for that too. So give me an email at sue@soggystamper.com. Hope to see you tomorrow. Have a good afternoon or good evening. Thanks you. Bye-bye.